It's called Were You Scared? What's it like to work with a bunch of black kids, Miss Marcus? You know, urban kids. What do you mean, I ask? And he says, were you scared? I tell them a story about my first day teaching high school, when after I asked him to move seats, a very tall male student sneered, "You think you're the fucking queen of the classroom." I told them that he went on aggressively like this, standing over me for what felt like several minutes. How I stood there like a deer in headlights, watching, waiting for another teacher to step in and rescue me. How I immediately knew that this was the wrong choice. I don't explain to them how this power dynamic felt so impossibly heavy in that moment. How when he said queen of the classroom, I heard white and was mortified for a million reasons. I tell them how finally another teacher did come to my rescue, and after he calmed down, the student apologized. I do not say how eventually, although I still flushed with guilt, I realized that I had forgotten that I was the adult, because in that moment, I could only think of my whiteness. I tell them what I learned. If I wanted the student's respect, I should show up with a handmade crown and give him a hard time for at least 2 weeks. They laugh. I say, I have to learn to take my job seriously and not myself. I want to say, I've learned that nothing I could do, any consequence I might give would punish you more than you already are every single day. I make a decision, I turn back to Anthony and I say, I was scared, but I wasn't scared of you. I was scared of what's inside of all the bandos. I was scared to walk past the entrances with the police officers in bulletproof vests. I was scared the morning I could see the lone crosswalk officer had to choose between walking students across the street and dealing with the domestic abuse situation at the house on the corner. The man screaming, "Let me in, you fucking whore," and "I'll kill you, bitch." I was scared that first month of school when there was a double homicide outside of our building, a drug deal gone bad, the bodies found a day later in the yard. When the loudspeaker told us we would not be going into lockdown, when the loudspeaker told us we were safe, when I wanted to tell you that murder in my neighborhood was a movie, was a television show, was an over there. I tell him how my heart breaks each time one of our students is mugged, is held at gunpoint in this neighborhood, because it's well known in the community that many of our students have technology from school. I want to tell him that I am scared most of all of failing you, because you deserve the world, because I am one person and I am deeply flawed. Sometimes I don't know what to say. One of my freshman girls approaches me in study hall, leaning off the back of her desk and smacking her bubble gum and says, "Miss Marmar, you seem like you'd be cool to hang out with, and did you know I almost got shot last week?" Then this 14-year-old proceeds to tell me about being at a party on Tuesday night where there was a drive-by. She and her friend were standing outside talking about Instagram. When she saw the car, she ducked, but her friend didn't move in time and was shot. The bullet entered in her ear and came out through her eye. My student describes the horror afterwards, her friend screaming that she couldn't breathe, how she fought the paramedics and police. She describes her friend's family collapsing in grief in the same tone she always speaks in. She tells me that she spent the night in the hospital. When I say that she must have felt absolutely terrified, she says that she's seen worse. She says it's not like her friend died or anything. This, like many of Cleveland's shootings, was not on the news. I ask her if she can avoid returning to that place. She shrugs and says that her great aunt lives 4 houses down. I try to give my best, you are supported and loved, and it's okay to grieve over the trauma of this situation speech, but she's one step ahead of me. It's just how it is, Marmar, she says. I tell her that I'm so proud of her for being here, and I reiterate the importance of keeping up with her schoolwork. She's almost failing my literature class, which seems so trite in this moment, and also like the most significant thing in the whole world. Thanks.